Welcome to Potion Sword Run. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Mafia The Old Country and how it's not as good as Red Dead Redemption 2. How it's missing features for a game coming out in 2025? How can you not swim? Now, I'm just joking. Mafia The Old Country is a budget game. It still looks great, but it's a $50 game. Let's first get that out of the way. So it's not going to be, full price $70 or $80 like some people out there. Nintendo. Seriously, Nintendo, what do you do with $80 games from last generation ports? But I digress. This is a Mafia video. People are out there complaining that it is missing features, that you can't swim. This is not that type of game, guys. See, the reason why they can sell this game at $50 is precisely because you can't swim. They didn't spend all that extra manpower, all that extra money wasted on swimming mechanics in a game where there's no point in you swimming because it's not part of the game. It's a Mafia game, story driven. Yes, it's an open world, but it's a story-driven, linear type of game. You can explore if you want. Go look at everything. Beautiful world they built for you to look at. But because you can't swim doesn't make it less of a game. It just makes it more focused on the stuff that it excels in. Why do you want to go swimming for? First of all, swimming is probably the worst thing in games that you can do, except for an actual swimming game. But why would you want to swim in Mafia? What do you want to do? Go collect stuff? Just swim in an empty thing? There's games out there where you can swim. And there's no point in swimming because there's nothing down there to go explore or anything. So it's why waste the money in doing that? Now, people like to compare it to Red Dead Redemption, a game that came out in 2015. Now, first of all, you can't compare games to Rockstar. I mean, how big their studio is and how much money they spend on Grand Theft Auto and Rockstar in their productions, billion-dollar games. They have horses where their balls shrink and shit in the cold. You know what I'm talking about? It's you cannot compare to Rockstar. But even then, let's compare the animations because people are doing it online. Now, as you can see, obviously it's not as good as a 2015 Rockstar game. But it's pretty damn close for a budget game for $50. And you know what? It's good enough. That's the thing. If they're able to sell these games at $50 with the animations that are good enough, they're pretty close and they're good enough. But they're able to save that money, save production time, get these games out in a regular basis. They were able to get all these Mafia games out before Rockstar was able to get a Grand Theft Auto game out. It takes 10 years. Let's not talk about the Elder Scrolls and how long it takes for them to get a freaking mainland game out. When's the next Fallout game gonna come out? Another 10 years? It takes 15, 20 years for their games to come out? It's but I even want to play games when I'm 60. Yeah, I probably will. But I'm just saying, It's so content creep is a thing. Not only is just content creep, it takes time for the devs to make these games, so it takes a lot more time for us to receive them, but also costs a lot more money. And not only that, the period of time that it takes to make these games, people lose interest, they move on, they go on to, other things besides video games, so they don't get that repeat money. And that's why sequels are so relevant or so prevalent, should I say, in society now, because people love things that they remember. They like prequels. They and if the movies, if you're able to do a prequel every 2 years, Like the Fast and the Furious, that's why it was so popular, because they had a good banger of a movie, and they just like pickle, or sequel, and just started milking it. But I'm just saying, like, don't milk everything, like, Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft, because, But I'm just saying, you're able to, make a game that is equivalent to these AAA games, but more focused without having content creep, but cost you less. And, you don't need to swim in this game. Even though it's open world, you don't need to be a collectathon and just collect stuff for the sake of collecting stuff, that takes you out of the game. No. When you buy Mafia, The Old World Country, you're buying it for the story. You're buying it for the characters, the world building, not for swimming. Not for, I don't know, whatever they may not have for freaking hunting or stuff like that, It's like, no, it's not part of the game. Keep it focused, keep it narrow. Enjoy the world they built for you. But, being able to walk in the water is good enough. Being able to just touch it and not drown like some games do, that's good enough. And the thing is, enable to keep the game's life cycle, production cycle, like short. It should be good enough to keep the game priced at $50 where it's affordable. It should just be good enough. We don't need to be, crazy detailed like Rockstar does this game. Now, there's nothing wrong with Rockstar games. Obviously, I'm gonna buy Rockstar games. I love all their games, but not every studio has to be AAA, quadruple A like them. Especially the ones that try and don't succeed all the damn time. Buy it for what it is and not for what it's not. And that's the thing that gamers do out here. We always judge, we always judge games out here for what they're not. We complain about them for what they're not. It's like, don't do that. Like, why would we even have to compare games? Just, like, enjoy them for what they are. What they're trying to bring to the table. And if you're interested, cool, like, play it, enjoy it. And if you're not, I mean, yeah, I guess you can complain. That's why we have, YouTube and, our voices. But it's just kind of silly to complain about things like this that you can't do in a video game when it's not, like, intended to be part of the video game. And the thing is, like, gosh, shit, we're complaining about everything, right? I mean, me complaining about people complaining, like, but I'm just saying, it's like, we're playing these crazy creations that a lot of people, it took all this work to put together in order to create this, putting in code, putting in art, putting in ideas, and it looks freaking awesome. You know what I mean? You're able to create a character in this world with things moving and everything just looking so beautiful and seamlessly. But yeah, we complain about like the little petty things, and I guess it says human nature in what we do and how we complain about life as well when we don't have the things that everyone else has or something, and we think, but yet, like I said, like, we're healthy. We can breathe. We wake up every day. The sun is out. Birds are chirping. I mean, we get to eat. I mean, I love eating. We get to like play outside, talk to your family, hug people. Enjoy life. But yet, people out there complaining that video games that are like, I'm like saying, that are a work of art for the most part. We complain about the stupid little things in them instead of enjoying them for what they are. Especially a game like Mafia that's built, obviously well done. It's not like Gollum, or it's not Mind's Eye, where it's just they're trying to sell you like a broken game. This is not it. Not being able to swim is not it being broken. It just doesn't need to be in the game. That's all. And that's all. I'm going to leave it right there because I'm repeating myself. Alright, guys. Nice talking to you. Thank you for spending some time with me. Like always, be kind to yourself and enjoy your life. And I'll meet you right there. Peace.